Are you ready, Virgo? Let's take a look at your June. We'll be taking a look at June 2023 for Virgo, and I'm super excited to get into this reading. We'll look at overall energies, anything that's hidden or what you don't see coming, advice, challenge, opportunity. But first, let's ask Spirit for what energy do you need to embrace for the month of June? What sort of energy is going to help you for June? What do you need to embrace here? We have lead. Interesting. All right, so we'll see how it ties back into the reading. But I mean, lead is, I do feel like it's sort of a heavy type, firm in its position, but with the light and dark, it's kind of like a dichotomy here, you know, of light and dark. It's like, are we fixed or are we firm in our position? Is it this or that? You know, like there is no in between almost, which sounds very Virgo because it's either this or that, yes or no, black or white, masculine, feminine, and lead is firm. It's not really fixable here, or flexible, I should say. It's fixed. Let's see how that ties into you guys. Beautiful Virgo. I cannot wait. I am a Virgo sun, so I do ask spirits to remove any of my biases, any of my experiences from this reading. Please allow me to channel this message for the greatest and highest good of the Virgo collective I am tapped into. And thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you so much, Virgo, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy and the energy around you. So you could be Virgo sun, moon, rising, or just checking up on your favorite Virgo person. You're all welcome here. Take the messages that resonate. If it's not your energy and sounds like some energy around you, then you can definitely switch energies as you see fit. But I'll be reading what I feel as your energy, all right? So overall for Virgo, what do we have for the month of June for Virgo? Overall, we have death. Well, that's good. And the King of Swords in reverse. And the Nine of Wands in reverse. So what you don't see coming or what's hidden from Virgo for June. What is the hidden energy here? What they don't see coming for June. We have the Six of Swords. And we have the Eight of Swords. And we have the World. All right. Advice, guidance from Spirit. What is the advice and guidance from Spirit? We have the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Swords in reverse. All right. And what is the opportunity here in June for Virgo? Opportunity, we have the Chariot in reverse. Interesting. What is the challenge for Virgo? Challenge in June. What is the challenge for Virgo? We have the Knight of Pentacles. All right, beautiful Virgo. So we'll see how the lead kind of plays into this. I kind of feel already, and we'll get clarifiers as we go. We'll just kind of do the overall for now. Death, upright, King of Swords reverse, Nine of Wands reverse. This is pretty cut and dry. Something that needed to come to an end is coming to an end because, you know, we generally go through organic situations in which, you know, things that are not sustainable come to an end. And I feel the fact that it's upright, whatever needs to come to an end comes to an end. Now, it could be transformation of a situation as we know it. So it could transform into something different. So it doesn't necessarily mean like a complete ending of something, but it could be, or it is, an end phase of something as we know it, okay? Everything old that wasn't working, anything old, it's like clearing the field of all the old crap that's just no longer working, okay? Now, right in the middle, I have this King of Swords and these in reverse, followed by this Nine of Wands in reverse. So I'm kind of getting that lead feeling. So it could be you guys, okay? This could be your energy here that I'm feeling. If not, then just, like I said, switch roles. But this is someone who is a little bit cold and a little bit very firm in their way with this like lead. It's either this or that. So they could be like really logical here to the point of being very cutting. you know, or just illogical. Could just be making like a very abrupt type decision based on no logic at all whatsoever. Now, I do see with the King of Swords, his sword is pointing down in this card, and this card is reverse. So when I see the sword of truth pointing up, I feel like there is truths to be had, or is something truthful about it. So I'm really getting here your energy. If you were dealing with a situation here that kind of had to be cleaned out of the old, I feel like maybe you were cold about something or had to cut something out because you were following the truth. And I feel like the truth is what you know to be true, or some sort of logic, something that made sense, something that had to make sense, is what I'm feeling no matter how cold. It's kind of what I'm picking up here. This is also Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini energy. And the Nine of Wands in reverse, this is like, you know, when you're in the Nine of Wands in general, the wounded warrior, you've gone through battle and you've accumulated your wands, and you're kind of in a position of recuperating, and you're either going to go back into battle here once you're ready or not, depending. And what I'm seeing here is you retreat. You don't go back into battle. You're kind of, you surrender here. And I feel like that's the cutting off of truth. So you surrender, you put something to an end, something that needs to be transformed, the situation needs to change. So you put something to an end and maybe use cutting words, or maybe you're logical about something here and you just retreat. You're just like, yeah, I'm retreating. We'll get clarifiers as we go, but then what you don't see coming, and in the hidden energies here with the Six of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the World, this is also supporting an ending here. Okay, this is moving away from something that's not working. Might be mentally causing us anguish, and it's going from turbulent times where it's unstable and causing stress, and we're just going to calmer waters, a situation we have to leave from. And I feel like you leave a situation here, but I feel like the swords, well, I'm not sure. Some are moving one way, some are moving the other. If you see, you know, I think it's moving the way the guy is rowing, but either which way, it's moving out of a situation. And I do see that you're clearing out things that are not working. Okay, again, following that lead. So either it works or it doesn't work. And that's kind of what I'm picking up from this King of Swords. It's like, he's not pussyfooting around. He's like, what's the truth here? And then off with their head kind of thing. But I see the Eight of Swords here in the middle. Eight of Swords is limitations that we might put on ourselves. And if we are in a fixed position of yes, no, black, white, you know, that sort of a polarized thing, we could technically be putting ourselves in an Eight of Swords, right? Because we're limiting ourselves to two options, or it's this or that. So the fact that we have the Eight of Swords, I mean, it can't be a good thing, because we're limiting ourselves, or we're telling ourselves things that keep us held back in a way. But look at this Eight of Swords, okay? She has no blindfold on, and there's kind of like a little entrance here. It's almost like she's protecting herself in the Eight of Swords. So I feel like you're seeing things clearly, and that's funny because it's the same energy I'm getting here. Although the card is in reverse, the sword is upright, because normally the King of Swords, he kind of has his sword in the traditional tarot. He's sitting in his throne and the sword is kind of tilted. So he thinks he's right, but it's a little askew. But in this one, the sword is straight, but straight down. But the card came in reverse. So I feel like there's something truthful about this, although how we had to get to the truth was a little bit like, took us a bit. Same with this. It's like the card means limiting ourselves and being blind to situations and not seeing things. But I think we see things. We're maybe using it to our advantage, I feel here. And she can leave whenever she kind of wants to. But I'm also feeling like the swords are pointing down as well. So I don't know. I just feel like this card isn't really what it was saying. Like, I don't feel like you're held back by something here that might have been at one point, you know, and that's what you're moving away from, is like, okay, I see, okay, I'm picking up for some of you guys, because I'm getting download, that I see you guys now moving out of a situation where you were in an Eight of Swords, but you still haven't quite stepped out of it in this depiction here. Okay, but I do see here, this means movement away from it. But in this one, there is no movement, and she's in there still, but she can see there's the door, and I could see things now. So Oh, and remember I told you some swords this way, some swords that way. Are they going this way or that way? I couldn't tell. That's the exact same energy, oh my God, that I'm getting from this one. So it's like, I wasn't getting movement from this, because if you're going two ways, I'm like, is it going the way he's rowing? And she's looking one way, he's looking the other. But there is an ability to move and break free out of calmer waters. Same with this. It's like the Eight of Swords is the Eight of Swords, right? Like limited beliefs, we're held back, we're telling ourselves untruths, something that limits us, or mental prison. But I feel like this prison is open, so it can't be a prison if it's open, but she's not moving. And the fact that there's transformation here in death. So I feel like, there, instead of something maybe ending, something's changing or transforming here. It's not what it was. What the prison once was is no longer what it is, and whatever was turbulent is no longer turbulent. There's no need to move, but we're moving from turbulent times. That's what I'm getting. Like, I'm getting no movement, but freedom. And I'm getting, yeah, oh my God, this is giving me weird energy. And I'm getting cold actions that are illogical, but coming from truths. And I'm getting endings, but not necessarily an ending, but just a change. So, and retreating from something. So maybe we're seeing things differently. But again, this is the black and white energy, seeing things this or that. So I'm not going to spend too much time splitting hairs, because I still need to get into the clarifiers here. But this is like, whoa, tripping me out. But we see the world here in what you don't see coming. And that was followed by the Six of Swords and the Eight of Swords with the world. The world is the successful conclusion of a cycle here. It's like the graduation period. It's like things now come to an end. It's like you've finished your exams and now you're preparing all summer for your next phase, right? Because this isn't quite the next phase yet, but it's like you're incubating and you're percolating for the next stage. But this is successfully ended. Something successfully come to an end. And it sure has, because you see the Death card and the World, which is both about endings. Okay, and the ending could be because you retreated or you threw in the towel of sorts, because this is like retreating or no longer in this state. All right, so before we get into the advice guidance from Spirit, let's take a look at your opportunity. Opportunity is the Chariot in reverse. Isn't that interesting? Because the Chariot in reverse could mean no movement. It could mean recklessly going through something without thinking too. So we'll have to get a clarifier here, and this being the opportunity. It's like you have the opportunity to let things kind of transition out and not do anything, or, because this is movement. And again, like I said, I wasn't feeling movement, and this is non-movement because it's in reverse. So the Chariot isn't moving. Chariot isn't balanced through, and the Chariot is that black and white, balancing the good, bad, the dark, the light, using the willpower to control yourself to be victorious through an adverse situation here and having to balance things. That's this lead, black and white. Balancing the two here, but in reverse, so not moving. Opportunity, interesting. And then the challenge, you have the Knight of Pentacles. I could see how a Knight of Pentacles could be a challenge, because a Knight of Pentacles is slow as shit, okay? It moves very, very slow. Positive thing about the Knight of Pentacles is that it is dedicated and committed, and it does somehow find its way to getting to where it needs to go to make that offer. It's a solid offer of something here, but this is in your challenge. So you could be either challenged with how something's moving, challenged at you moving through a situation here where you're wanting to plant something or put an offer in of something or ground something here, but it's a challenge. It's a challenge to dedicate yourself to something here or give an offer here, because it's too slow or it's not moving. But that's also an opportunity here that it's not moving. So I'm not quite sure. We're going to see what that's all about. But oh yeah, guidance from Spirit. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. So interesting. Three of Pentacles is about collaboration and working with others in order to build something here. So we're showing up and other people are showing up and we're working together. This could be the work card here. This is advice from Spirit. I am seeing one guy, two girls. So it could be some sort of a third party thing happening here, or just multiple people involved. But I feel like advice from Spirit here with this Eight of Cups. This is walking away from something that doesn't emotionally fulfill you, or needing to go in search of your 9 and 10 of cups. Like you're leaving an 8 of cups situation to find your 9 and 10th cup. Because maybe where you were working with someone, it wasn't providing emotional fulfillment. And I see the 9 of Swords in reverse, and the 9 of Swords is all about we're up in our head. We're replaying mental thoughts over and over again. With it in reverse, it could be that the anxiety is much bigger than the actual event itself, or that we're coming out of this state where we were really held back. And I think that's more it, because you are seeing the 8 of Swords, which is that mental prison. Same with the 9 of Swords, but this is in reverse. And we already went over how this 8 of Swords isn't really holding you back no more. So I feel like whatever was holding you back mentally is no longer holding you back, because you're going in search of your 9th and 10th cup so that you can find your emotional fulfillment for yourself, and then eventually your 10th cup with whatever you need to do here, because maybe this showing up working with somebody here wasn't doing it, but this isn't in reverse. So I feel like there was some sort of collaboration, some sort of cooperation here. This is advice from spirits. Working with another, emotionally walk away. Okay, we'll have to, pull some clarifiers here, because I'm not quite sure what spirit is saying here. So let's get a clarifier here for the Death, the King of Swords in reverse, and the 9 of Wands. Why is this here, spirit? Clarifier, please. So we have the Tower. Whoopsie daisy. We have a Tower, folks. So Tower, this is like letting whatever doesn't serve fall. Okay, this is like eruption too. Like maybe we were held back, then all of a sudden throw in the towel, and cutting words, and we explode on somebody here potentially, because this is like harsh words. This is somebody saying like, I give up, right? Like, then I give up. And now the situation is changed forever. But I feel like the Tower is talking about all those things that weren't sustainable, fall apart. So like they need to fall apart in order for things to get built upon here. So if somebody else verbal diarrhea is on you and throws in the towel, it changes the situation here in which it wasn't standing, and it might be shocking, but I feel like that's more your energy here. And then the Tower just comes tumbling down. That should have been tumbled down anyway, because I feel like it probably wasn't built on truth, because now there's something about you now speaking truth. You now seeing truth, seeing clear, or now acting in truth, no longer being held back here, because you could see. Now let's see, what is hidden, or this, that you don't see coming, which was the 6 of Swords, 8 of Swords, and the World is now the Queen of Cups in reverse. So the Queen of Cups in reverse, could certainly be somebody who is emotionally just all over the place because she can't control her emotions. Or it could be somebody who is just no longer interested in emotionally pouring themselves out and investing in an area where they once did. And I feel like that is most likely the energy I'm feeling here. Because now we can see where maybe we were investing somewhere. This is also Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy here, okay? So, I just feel like what you don't see coming is the cycle coming to an end. You're now seeing clearly. There isn't movement, though, although there is an end of a situation that is tumultuous, and you feel like you've broken free from something. So maybe you feel broken free because you were able to speak your truth. The Tower fell. And now there's only one thing that happens, and it's going to be transformation. But what you don't see coming is you're just no longer here as this Queen of Cups. You're now in this reverse. So it's like blocked emotionally from investing in an area where maybe you just no longer want to invest. Okay. Let's take a look at a clarifier here for the Chariot. Why is the Chariot in reverse? Like I said, that could be recklessly going through situation or just non-movement. Again, that black and white. We'll be having a black and white. Let's see, because that is in your opportunity, but it's in reverse. The Hermit, that's the Virgo card. It's in reverse. The Chariot is also in reverse. Hermit's about introspection and going inwards and solitude, but in reverse, we're out of thinking about it. So maybe you spent lots of time removed. You had to reflect. You had to contemplate what you really wanted here, which is that 8 of Cups again, going inwards to really see what emotionally you want out of something here. Then you come out of it, and then there's just like, there's no movement. Your opportunity. I got to pull one more card here. I don't know what's an opportunity, because I feel like you're coming out of that state of reflection, and maybe you just reflect that. I don't know. I really don't know, and I don't want to guess. Let's see. We have the 7 of Swords in reverse. Something's coming to light here. So whatever was hidden, whatever maybe you were trying to figure out, comes to the surface. This is like the thief returning the swords, you know, or where now whatever we were trying to keep hidden in the subconscious is now coming to light. You know, maybe where we once were 8 of Swords and limiting ourselves or keeping us held back in some way is now coming to the surface invisible. And that's the opportunity here. We had some time to remove ourselves, but now we're kind of exposed out there. And yeah, it's like exposed. Like the Hermit reverse and this 7 of Swords reverse, these are both like exposed. These are both like in the visible now. So whatever might have been hidden or sneaky or not visible in the subconscious or trying to be undercover or held back is now in the opportunity, because of no movement though. So I don't really understand. Not balancing recklessly. I think because of the Tower, maybe there's some sort of shift here in some way. I don't fully understand it. I'm going to pull one more card here to see. Why is the Chariot specifically? Why is the Chariot here in reverse? But I am getting that heavy lead, so something really fixed, and that could very well be it. The opportunity is being very fixed for things to come out into the light. I'm going to pull one card for the Chariot, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles, exactly. In reverse, coming out of a state of feeling in the cold. So it's like, you know what? Yeah, shedding a light on not moving forward, throwing in the towel. The Tower is happening because I feel like you throw in the towel with the 9 of Wands in reverse. You're no longer, you know, and then the transformation here is no movement. It's no longer moving through a situation here. So whatever was hidden, any sort of what was trying to be hidden, which was keeping you kind of in this 5 of Pentacles and this out in the cold, is now no longer keeping you in the cold. Is kind of allowing you to remove yourself from the situation here. That's the opportunity. That was making you feel like a 5 of Pentacles. So let's see what the challenge with the Knight of Pentacles is all about. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here as the challenge? 7 of Pentacles, same type of energy in your challenge. This was about taking really long and being like dedicated and going in with your offer, but you know, just really it's slow and steady. It really wins the race, but it takes so long, and it's committed to something and taking it from A to Z and going through that whole process here as long as it takes. And the clarifying card is the 7 of Pentacles, and that's exactly it. It's like we got to tend to it, we got to water it, we got to nurture it, we got to put in all this energy. And it's like, is it worth it? Because I'm not seeing anything right now, but eventually, you know, there's something to be rewarded here, but it's going to take time. This is long-term investments, and same with this is like a long-term. So the challenge here is the long-term investment. So maybe the long-term payout here is the challenge. In order to have a long-term payout, we have to maybe do something that's going to maybe take a little bit longer instead of the quick fix here. And maybe it's not as black and white as we think, right? It's not this or that. So it's like my only choice here is really to, you know, because I can't have the fruit or walk away. It's like I got to keep watering this thing or whatever. And that's what I was feeling from here is like no movement. So maybe where you were in and out, or this or that, come or go, stay or leave, it's now, I'm not leaving and I'm not staying, but I'm going to be tending to something here that might eventually be something. I don't know. That's what I'm kind of seeing here as the challenge, though. So I'm gonna pull one more card. Why is this a challenge? Why is this Seven of Pentacles? I already know it's because of this long-term investment you need to make, which is the challenge. Why is this a challenge, though? Why is the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles a challenge for you? Strength. Because, yeah, having the courage to take the time to invest in an area where we're not seeing results. That's the challenge. Oh, I just got like goosebumps here. Maybe we're stuck on it. Like I said, Virgos, it's this or that, yes or no, black or white. So our challenge is, no, it's neither black nor white, and things are gray, and you're having to find some sort of courage within yourself, some sort of willpower to continue somehow. You know, the challenge is trying to invest enough time here for things to go slowly to build some foundation here long term. And the fact that Strength is in reverse and the Chariot in reverse, to me, is kind of almost the same thing, because this is like not having the willpower to control ourselves, to move us forward and to hold back. Same with the Strength. It's like putting our ego aside to ride in grace when we need to release, to move forward. But in reverse, it's like we're not facing our fear. We don't have the willpower, control, self-control to do that. So we need self-control to, you know, maybe take more time than what we had expected there with Strength in reverse. All right, I'll get one more clarifier here for this row here, which is the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Swords for your advice, guidance from Spirit. One clarifier. And we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, well, now we have the King and Queen of Swords. So it could very well be counterparts here. They're both coming in reverse. Could be somebody who you bond with on an intellectual level. You know, they're divine counterparts here, but I do see this in the guidance from Spirit, the Queen of Swords in reverse. And the Queen of Swords in reverse could be somebody who is quite cold, somebody who is has cutting words, or, you know, she puts boundaries in place, but she's not interested in gains, and she just cuts things out of her life. Black and white again, right? Cutting things out, but, you know, because the Queen of Swords in upright, she could also lay boundaries, and she's clear-headed, but in reverse, she might not be very clear, but she might just be very ruthless. And the advice from Spirit, why is that the advice from Spirit? I'm going to pull one more card here. Why do we have the Queen of Swords clarifying this? Three of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Okay, interesting energy, you guys. Okay, so remember how we saw the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups and then that Nine of Swords? So I felt like there's something here about working with somebody, showing up and collaborating. I feel like maybe a lot of you guys need to build patience, because it's moving slow. You're not seeing any results here, and it's black and white. Yes or no, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is, you know, but this is the energy you're supposed to embrace. So I feel like maybe whatever is slow is the challenge here. And you're needing to really say it's this or that and not gray the waters. Because Three of Pentacles, working with somebody, Eight of Pentacles is work as well. So it could be something in regards to somebody you work with or at work. But this is putting in the energy, the effort, the dedication, and staying dedicated to something here. And no matter how long it takes, like, you're paying attention to detail, you're putting in the effort, the energy. But I mean, this coming up as the advice, it's like Spirit is saying, you know, be cold and calculating here, and maybe putting too much time, energy, efforts in some places caused you anxiety and not emotionally fulfilling, and go find your 9th and 10th cup somewhere here. You know, don't stay stagnant maybe somewhere here where you're not moving away, and you can. And you've removed your blindfold and you could see it clearly, to put an end to a cycle here in which you're maybe not emotionally getting out of it any emotional fulfillment, or not getting putting your own emotions into it anymore. So you're kind of not moving it, and maybe it was something that had to fall apart here to change and transform. So Spirit's wanting you to embrace this lead type energy, you know, maybe where you are a little more firm. And that's what the challenge is like, you know, you got to be firm and find it within yourself. So this is an interesting one. Let me know how this resonates for you guys, beautiful Virgo. I think I'm going to leave it at that, and you guys make sense of what is applied to your situation here. And don't forget to check out your sun, moon, rising sign, and Venus. And if you haven't liked this yet, leave a like, leave a comment, and I will see you soon. Bye.